The Egyptian and Tunisian presidents reject Palestinian displacement. The Egyptian and Saudi foreign ministers discuss Gaza recovery, Syria situation, and reconstruction efforts. And Egypt discusses the Gaza ceasefire, humanitarian aid, and collaboration with the Red Cross president. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Qnews, bringing you the latest updates from Egypt. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has reaffirmed his rejection of Palestinian displacement with Tunisian President Qais Said. During a phone call, the two leaders expressed their strong support for a two-state solution as a pathway to lasting peace. They discussed the ongoing situation in Gaza and endorsed Egypt's efforts for a ceasefire, as well as the Arab plan for the reconstruction of the region. Both presidents praised the growing bilateral relations between Egypt and Tunisia, emphasizing their commitment to strengthening cooperation, particularly in economic and trade sectors, and expressed their desire to explore broader collaboration. Additionally, el-Sisi and Said also discussed the situations in Libya and Syria, reaffirming their dedication to the stability and sovereignty of both nations. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has met with Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Minister of Housing Sharif Ismail. During the meeting, the President reviewed the implementation status of housing projects, including initiatives for Egyptians abroad aimed at providing residential units and land in prime locations. He urged speeding up construction work for these initiatives and emphasized affordable housing projects for middle-income citizens. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati has discussed the outcomes of the Arab Summit held in Cairo on March 4th, particularly the Arab plan for Gaza's early recovery and reconstruction and the efforts to gather international support. This came during his call with Saudi Foreign Minister Faisal bin Farhan, where they reviewed Egypt's hosting of the International Reconstruction Conference with the Palestinian government and United Nations. The two ministers also addressed the situation in Syria, emphasizing Egypt's support for Syria's sovereignty, unity, and the need for an inclusive political process. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati has highlighted Egypt's efforts in the Gaza ceasefire, international responsibility for the humanitarian crisis, and its role in providing aid. During his meeting with the president of the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, Kate Forbes, they discussed continued collaboration with Egypt reaffirming support for the Federation's mission. Abdel Ati also emphasized leadership in recovery efforts and its potential as a regional humanitarian hub. Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati has met with national media officials and top journalists at the Foreign Ministry to discuss Egypt's foreign policy principles and mounting regional challenges. He reaffirmed Egypt's commitment to strategic balance amid ongoing instability. Abdel Ati elaborated on Palestine, Syria, Sudan, Libya, and water security, while highlighting Egypt's diplomatic efforts. He also emphasized the media's vital role in shaping public awareness and addressing national security concerns. Minister of Foreign Affairs Badr Abdelati has emphasized Egypt's commitment to boosting its economic performance and enhancing competitiveness. He highlighted the importance of empowering the private sector, attracting foreign direct investments, and opening new markets for exports. Abdelati also discussed the nation's focus on renewable energy, turning Egypt into a regional energy hub, and strengthening its logistics sector. Additionally, he stressed Egypt's role in international economic forums, including BRICS and the Financing for Development Conference. Foreign Minister Badr Abdelati has met with senior ministry officials to assess ongoing work and key policy issues. Abdelati emphasized executing presidential directives to safeguard national security and enhance Egypt's foreign policy. He stressed economic diplomacy, supporting Egyptian expatriates, and accelerating digital services. He also highlighted Egypt's role in regional crises, particularly Palestine, advocating international backing for Gaza's reconstruction and promoting political solutions. Foreign Minister Badr Abdelati has spoken with EU High Representative Kaja Kallas to discuss regional developments, including the Arab Plan for Gaza's recovery and reconstruction. Abdelati briefed Kallas on the outcomes of the recent Arab Summit and Egypt's efforts to host a Gaza reconstruction conference with the Palestinian government and the UN. They also discussed Syria, emphasizing support for its stability and the importance of an inclusive political process for peace. Egyptian ambassador to Zimbabwe, Salwa Mwefi, has met with the Zimbabwean tourism minister, who praised Egypt's tourism leadership in Africa and expressed interest in learning from its success. She voiced her eagerness to visit Egypt and participate in its tourism and cultural events. Mwefi reaffirmed Egypt's readiness to collaborate on tourism promotion and training under the 2014 cooperation agreement, highlighting both nations' growth as key international tourist destinations. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has praised the advisory committee's document on boosting Egyptian exports. He highlighted the government's commitment to export sector growth, focusing on developing the customs system and improving the business environment. Madbouli also outlined key recommendations, including reducing tax burdens, providing competitive interest rates, and supporting local industries. The government will also meet with export sector representatives to address their specific needs, ensuring both immediate and long-term reforms are implemented. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has convened a meeting to assess customs reform and anti-smuggling strategies. Key attendees included various ministers and officials responsible for implementing these measures. The Prime Minister highlighted the importance of enhancing the customs system to boost national export competitiveness. Minister Ahmed Kojak outlined a comprehensive reform plan focusing on incentives, process streamlining, and training customs staff, alongside efforts to regulate customs operations and tackle smuggling effectively. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Here's what we've been covering. The Egyptian and Tunisian presidents reject Palestinian displacement. The Egyptian and Saudi foreign ministers discuss Gaza recovery, Syria situation, and reconstruction efforts. And Egypt discusses the Gaza ceasefire, humanitarian aid, and collaboration with the Red Cross president. That's all for now. Remember to stay updated by following Qnews for the latest developments, and thank you so much for watching.